I like this. I like it
What
a lot.
episode is this? 27?
Fuck.
6? No,
No
it's not
idea.
25. It's
Oh
some.
no,
It's definitely after 25. It's 25 plus
27.
20. Okay, so it's 25 plus
27.
2. So 27.
27.
Welcome.
Like how you emphasized the +2. That was well played.
Welcome to episode 20 media live cast. So as you guys might notice, there's a little bit of blank space down to Jose tonight. So it's
He's
just
died
gonna be
again.
us. We've decided we just well,
Only forwards.
yeah, only forward. So no Sam, no. But we've got plenty of stuff to talk about. Mainly, this cast is gonna be about Mad Max, Metal Gear Solid, but there are a few, cool little news things that we're gonna touch on before we dive head first into two of arguably the best games to come out so far this year. Well, at least in terms of
No, that's a
fun
fair. That's
factor.
that's definitely a fair assessment.
Um, yeah, we'll kick it off with Dirty Bomb. Dirty Bomb's getting a new character. It's called the Phoenix. Phoenix.
It's kind of weird for what it is. Like, it's a medic class, but
Because the game needs another medic class.
absolutely.
Um,
Because it cuts down on the griefing.
yeah,
Um,
so-
It's just another meta class. It's got a different type of healing ability. This one's kind of pulse as opposed to just throwing a med pack at someone's face, so that's kind of cool. I do like that the game's still pumping out characters, even though they're getting to the point where they're just pretty much reprinting. I don't want to say the same character, but basically the same class over and over instead of expanding outwards. But they do have like 6 or 7 different classes that do different things, so they're putting out content post-release if they actually released it because it still says it's in beta. But apparently they released it a while ago. I don't know.
yeah, I mean it's not in. Yes, maybe part of it might be in beta still. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a beta game anymore. It seems pretty polished from the part. Tim linked this to me on a Steam thread, and that's my first knowledge of this whole situation. The top comment makes a great point. Top comment was something along the lines of, now if only everybody stopped hacking, right? That game is infested, and some of the hacks are ludicrous. I mean, I mean, like, aimbots, wall hacks, that kind of shit's bad. But this one, like, he was using a sniper rifle, and all of a sudden 20 bullets flew. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about.
The sniper shotgun hack. Yeah, that was phased out like a month ago. That's
Oh,
now.
was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently, that's the funny thing. Apparently, they've been pretty good with addressing the hacks, but Steam comments. Honestly, that's really not the best place to go to collaborate data is Steam comments because just Jesus Christ, it's like YouTube comments. But no, I mean, sure, there's still hacksaws and stuff on there, but it's not as rampant as like we would have thought, or that was in our heads like a month or so ago when we found that fucking shotgun sniper video.
I saw that. I don't think I've actually booted up the game since.
No, I
was
know,
just like,
neither did
fuck
I.
this.
Yeah, that was a great deterrent for all that shit.
Yeah. So when is this?
I think he's out now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Yeah, the update came out today. He has a
That's all about.
he has a self revive ability. That I don't know. When I first saw that, I was just like, "What?" But that's
Hence
something.
the name Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. With that ability, the name makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just shut the fuck up now. That's a class name. It's still fucking dumb. But no, that could lead into some hilarity. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's the thing. They make these classes different enough from one another where there's, it still gives you an option. You still have the choice of kind of how you want to play, even if you're, say, relegated to be a medic, which is cool. Not many games really do that.
Yeah. Yeah. It is and it isn't, because I'd really like to just see some other class types. Keep kind of just recycling the medic idea. But I don't know.
Yeah, but they've already got like a sniper, a fucking demo, assault. They've got like a shit. I mean, yeah, they could absolutely put more classes in the game, but it's not like as if the game is lacking for classes right now.
It does have a surprisingly lot of characters.
And it keeps increasing, so.
Yeah. So, there was some other stuff in there too. I think I saw weapons. But yeah, other small stuff. Anyways, we'll have to jump on that and check that out and see.
I know you can just inspect your weapon now, like you can in Counter Strike, basically.
Okay, well.
Because you know the loadout cards give you different weapons and stuff. It's basically kind of just it's basically Counter Strike is making that a thing. Apparently, that's all that is.
So, jumping ship, we're gonna move on to Shovel Knight. Um,
Something you have great admiration for.
yes, I still have yet to play this game. I'm not going to lie. But,
Really?
yeah,
But you ride its dick so very hard, Paul.
it looks like so much fun.
You should play it, don't you? I thought you got it on Vita like a while, or was it still not out on Vita?
No. It came out on Vita. I mean, I've
Oh, no
a
excuses,
little
sir.
bit of it. I've played a little bit of it. Nothing substantial. I still have yet to actually play it on Vita. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's coming to all updates. The update is going to be completely free. Basically, it just lets you play as the dead. It looks like
Shovel
a lot
on
of
Dead
fun.
Knight.
Yeah, you get to play as a character called the Plague Knight. So it gives you different mechanics. So it's just kind of like it's replaying the game just with different options too. So I think this guy can jump a little farther, he's faster. There's something else to him also, but basically, it forces you to play the game. Apparently, he feels a lot more floaty and stuff than the basic show. Looks like a lot of fun. It's another awesome looking free update for a game that already looked like it was going to kick ass, and now just seems got replay attached to it. It could be very cool. That's coming out September 17th.
Not too far off.
Yeah, so basically
2 weeks.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Days.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks good. Ought to be interesting. Definitely check that out. This is something that we actually just noticed before we started the cast, but it seems like there's going to be a Gary's mod.
With VR support, apparently.
Yeah.
Which sounds horrifying.
It's
You ever played on any of those terrorist town maps? That's a world of hurt waiting to happen.
It's interesting. He keeps emphasizing that he doesn't want to call it Gary's Mod 2.
That is kind of a dumb name. Gary's Mod Phoenix Palmer. Boom.
just reborn.
Mm-hmm.
That's Gary's Mod Reborn Phoenix. Or Reborn
You can play the
Phoenix.
Gary's Mod Reborn beta for a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Christ.
Reborn. We'll make it just sound like a Japanese game. Gary's Mod Reborn Phoenix Go.
Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate Edition.
Includes all previously
DX.
released DLC.
Yeah.
We should be developers.
So, yeah, I mean, if anybody's familiar with the original Gary's Mod, that game, it's I don't know, man. That's an interesting experience.
And it's
That
like
requires a lot of downloads to
Yeah.
fucking be able to play it.
And you gotta have all the old Source games, like Counter-Strike Source, Gary's Mod, obviously, Left 4 Dead, just all this, a lot of shit installed. It takes up a lot of space, but that game, it's like a living entity. It's just it constantly evolves and changes over time. I was familiar with it 5 years ago, but you pop on it now, and it's just an entirely different beast with just new rule sets almost. It's interesting. And it's kind of interesting that they're going the route of going ahead and just releasing a sequel instead of just building on top of the old Gary's Mod. But I guess, I don't know, old engine needs updates, whatever. I don't know. But it's just content. It's just literal user made and some not user. It's mostly community content. Just all sorts of games and just shit you haven't even thought of being in a video game. You'll find in Gary's Mod because it's that fucked in the head. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I kind of I built my PC about 3 years ago now. And I've always been really intrigued by Gary's, but then Tim tells me about all the shit that you've got to download and install before you can actually game. And that served as a huge deterrent for me. So I still have yet to even try it out.
I mean, it's not like you have to have all this stuff installed, but if you want to kind of hop around and get a feel, get the variety in and get a feel for everything, you're going to have a lot of shit installed.
Yeah.
But a lot
Oh,
of the more popular stuff, you only need like Half-Life 2 or Counter-Strike Source or something like that.
okay. I don't even think. Honestly, I don't even. I hated Counter Strike.
I liked it better than Go. I don't know why.
I have 1.6 all the way for me,
Yeah,
but
I like the. Yeah, I'm with you there.
yeah, I don't even own Counter Strike Source.
It's kind of amusing.
I have Counter Strike Condition Zero Glen Go.
Dude, best expansion.
This is the fucking shit, dude. I don't even.
It's like a multiplayer game and just really shitty bot AI with it.
No, it was fantastic.
GG.
That player phase died so quickly, so fast. Oh my god, it was funny. But yeah, moving on. Witcher 3 put out a trailer for new expansion called Hearts of Stone. It's a kind of like a brief teaser trailer. It's maybe about 40 seconds long. So it's not very long, but looks interesting. Looks cool. Sticks to the Witcher fashion. Seems dark and brooding, but it's still like it's gonna open up a good avenue of adventure. But let's talk about the real facts. Let's talk about the things that fucking people care about, and it's not the base game. You know what it is, Tim.
I really don't.
It's fucking Gwent. let's real talk about some Gwent real. I'm probably gonna pick this up purely because it comes with a bunch of new Gwent cards, and I fucking love that game. In fact, like towards the end of The Witcher, I continued playing that because I wanted to get more Gwent cards, and not because I genuinely wanted to finish the game.
Blizzard, please.
So, I mean, that's what I'm excited about. There's apparently some new stuff, a Gwent token. I don't know what they're adding to it. And I'm actually probably going to pick up the collection. Actually comes with physical Gwent cards.
That's all. You just get into that, Palmer. Come on. You just want those goddamn cards. You don't even care about the actual game stuff.
Yeah.
You just want those cards. Frame them. Seize it.
But yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. Really excited about it. You still haven't played it, right?
The Witcher 3?
Yeah.
No. I still haven't played The Witcher 2. See, I played The Witcher 1, and that game is pretty fucking
You
cool.
like boot? I'm pretty sure I saw you on The Witcher 2 for like maybe
I am
15
going to play
minutes
The
one
Witcher
day.
No. That was a while ago. I tried to replay The Witcher again. It's just, I got fucking bored.
The first one sucks.
Yeah, I got bored. I am going to play the second one, though, I assure you, because everyone, talks that up. I remember years ago you fucking playing that game and having a ball with it, so I will definitely, play it. It definitely, it looks like a fucking leap from the first game, so.
Oh yeah, so much. And the third one just takes everything good about this.
Yeah, eventually I'll get the third one too after I beat the second. I'm going to get to The Witcher. It's just I had a bad. The first one just bored me, and I kind of fell off that train. I've just been busy with other shit, but eventually I will play The Witcher 2 because I actually have a rig that can max that out. And fucking 4 years ago when The Witcher 2 came out, that would have fucking blown my mind.
And that's actually right around the corner too. It's about a month away, October 13th. Awesome. Summary says, "Step again into the Geralt of Rivia, a professional monster slayer. This time hired to defeat a ruthless bandit captain." So I guess that's gonna be about killing your
Fighting a ruthless bandit captain.
So yeah, looks like a lot of fun. Very cool. So what else do we have here? Oh, I know. I'm gonna let you kind of take this one. Chivalry and Payday 2 update.
I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just fuck.
So
We've talked
about
about it. Yeah, we've talked about this has happened like half a dozen times in like as many months. Killing Floor developers, Chivalry Medieval Warfare developers, Depth, and some other fucking game I'm missing. A lot of these indie devs get together and do cross promotion in between games. You get, a fucking sword in fucking Insurgency or some shit that never actually happened, but fuck, that would be dope. And then in fucking Chivalry, you get an AK. Oh my god, that needs to happen, Palmer. That would be amazing. But anyway,
yeah,
it's
been in Depth, it's been in Killing Floor 2, and now it's going into Payday.
And now now they're doing it with Payday, which initially I was like, that's awesome. I actually like Payday, even though I kind of fucking hate the developers because they turned the game into a DLC machine. But
Yeah.
it's still kind of fun from time to time.
Like as soul crushingly difficult as that game was. Actually, no, it wasn't that bad because you could grind like those stupid fucking level file, and you'd be able to get like you remember when that guy like randomly joined our game that was like level 70 or shit.
Yeah, when we were like level 10 or something and just boosted us. Yeah,
and he took us through like a bunch of shit. We gained like I don't know, dude. We stayed in that game for a long time.
We went down the wormhole.
We did, dude. That guy gained like 5 levels, I think, but we gained like 50, dude.
That's actually gotten even more ludicrous as time went on too. So it's just you can get someone from level 1 to like 50 in one go. I think if you do the right mission on the right difficulty. Yeah, it's stupid.
But when that game first came out, dude, it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of stupid shit in it, and there was a lot of stuff that didn't make any sense. And I remember like trying certain things, being like, this isn't implemented properly. And I guess they finally, because like I think the last time I played with you and Corbin, which was months ago at this last time I played you guys, a lot of that stuff like was working and had like purpose.
Yeah, they redid the level system. They did like a prestige thing. They actually had it make sense in comparison to launch.
When some of that shit just really didn't make any sense.
Not at all.
There was like one way to build a character, and like that was it.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, you can branch off now and play it however you want, basically.
But yeah, just it's not even like every month, dude. It's like every couple weeks.
Yeah,
they release like a new gun pack or
a shitty level that they would have given for free a year or two ago.
Yeah,
like
it's just like I understand that you can play with like people like as far as levels go. You can as long as somebody else owns.
Yeah, it's a great mechanic, but when you're pumping them out so fucking often, it doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm waiting. I'm at this point. I'm waiting for them to consolidate like a majority of it, one pack, like maybe for like Christmas or something.
They did that, but it's got like all the DLC that was released like the first year and a half, which leaves out a shitload that came out recently. So, like they do have a Game of the Year edition, and if you get it if like you don't own Payday and you get it on sale, you get a shitload of content for like $6 or whatever. But as far as people that have actually supported the game around release or at release and bought the DLC over time, it really just doesn't feel good, Plumber. Doesn't feel good at all.
Yeah, and that was kind of the reason we stopped playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I still pop on it from time to time. It's a fun game, but fuck, enough with the fucking DLC, boys. Like, I can only take so much.
Yeah, I don't know. We put a good amount of time into that game. Like, that kind of like became the between Dota matches. Like, we were just playing Payday for a while there. And that game was a lot of fun. But DLC pay to play machine, man.
Yeah. So anyway, all the updates that both Payday and this is a cross promotion between Chivalry and Payday. And with all the updates in the past, it was always free, and it just wasn't a thought in anyone's head. It was like, oh, that's cool. It's not a lot of content, but it's content. Keeps the community going, fucking cross-promotes. It makes everyone happy. But this go around, the Payday developers, Overkill, are charging for the Chivalry DLC, which is basically like an axe, a shield, like a couple weapons. And I think a level, but going on the levels they put out this year, it's probably really short and probably kind of shit. So it's something I will absolutely get when it's like 75% off, but just as a whole, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And then meanwhile, in Chivalry, you get stupid Payday masks and stuff you can wear now, as you could with all the other updates. Like these updates, some games added a level, but mostly it was just like cosmetic stuff, and it was just kind of fun and goofy, and it was cool because there was all these indie devs making fun games coming together and like bringing their communities together. With fucking Overkill, they just like, no, fuck you, pay for our shit like you always do, you goddamn dogs. And then they whip you. That's what happens. I've seen it. It's brutal. Corbin's got whip marks on his back. It's awful. But yeah,
I don't think they're from playing that.
It's just annoying at this point. Like, I get mad for 5 seconds and I realize, oh right, it's just those fucking idiots. It's really upsetting. Because Payday is genuinely a fun game, and some of the DLC they put out is actually worthwhile and is worth the money that they charge for it, and there's content to it, but a lot of the shit recently has just been shit, so there's that. I'm upset.
How you really feel.
I'm just upset and annoyed. I hope that this trend continues though with this cross promotional stuff, and we get to see more stuff in Chivalry or maybe Killing Floor. I'd like to see Insurgency in the mix.
What
I
a,
think Insurgency devs would be good
what
for
I
this.
want to know is how successful the campaign has been.
What campaign?
Like what Chivalry is doing. They're cross promoting with like all these different games. I'm wondering how much it's affecting their player base. How much it's
Chivalry's had a steady player base for years now, and
yeah, but I'm wondering if it's like
if
causing it
it's
to increase.
right. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to look at the Steam charts of all the games and stuff. It might be. It might just. It just reminds people that the game exists, and it's like, oh, cool, new content. Maybe I'll hop on that for 20 minutes. You know,
Mm.
that's the type of shit that goes through my head as I'm just going about my busy life, Palmer.
Yeah, like that's the other. I kind of want to like. I've seen basically pretty much every other game except for this one because I'm not going to pay for this. But the other two releases that they did, I've seen what Chivalry items give them in those games. I'd like to see what Chivalry's getting from like Killing. Like, what the fuck did they get from Killing Floor? Like,
They got a bastard sword that the hilt was two severed hands.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
shit like that. Yeah. Like I forget what the other stuff. There's like a
What was
new
the one for
mace, like a
Depth?
skull.
Wasn't it just like a?
Depth had like a Shark Knight helm and the diver dagger and something else. Because each one of these updates get it's half a dozen things getting thrown at you. And the mace. Maces are generally a thing. The mace actually from the Depth update looked a lot like the Tidehunter item where he drags the giant ball behind him.
Mm,
The mine behind him. It looked a lot like that.
all right.
It just popped in my head.
So let's get into the meat of the potatoes. Of this cast.
I love potatoes
Oh, dude,
so much.
potatoes.
Right? Being communist.
Do so much goddamn things with potatoes. Potatoes are rotten. French fries.
Drink them.
Tater tots.
It's just awesome. Tater tots. Why did my brain not go to tater tots?
So much good. Yeah. Why don't you lead it off with Mad Max? Let's jump into this. I'm really curious to hear all the little intricate details of this game that you.
Truth be told, I really don't give a shit about Mad Max.
Yeah.
Wasn't a huge fan of the movies. It's not that I really disliked them. I just think they were so stupid they were good. I mean, they're just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
They're fucking dumb.
The fourth one was just like the best, but it's like the right kind of bad, dude. Like
Yeah. Like I can appreciate them. I just don't.
and you have to admit that regardless of like how over the top any of the are, the cinematography next to fucking it's like in pretty much every movie that he honestly
Just fuck away.
just like those no, have you seen the new one?
The new one, no. I just again, it's your goofy fucking series from God knows how long ago. I'll get to it though. I will get to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is, I really wasn't looking forward to playing this game. That's terrible wording. That's not what I mean to say. I wasn't really planning on getting this game. I wasn't planning on like enjoying it and having a good time with it. I just thought it was open world. What the fuck? But was done by the Just Cause 2 devs. So
That's what's intriguing me most about
yeah,
it.
they can make a really good open world video game. And that is what they have done with Mad Max. Don't really give a shit about the background of the lore, but I'm just having a stupid fun time with the game. Not really deep in the story department, but it's a big fucking open desert that looks fucking great, that runs fucking well, and it's just fun to go around and do shit. And the story missions, they're varied enough from what I've played so far. I'm only like 8 hours into the game. I think it's got like a 30 or 40 hour story life to it. But just what I've done so far is just a good amount of variety. Like you get your car and you slowly work on building it up. I had just a beat up piece of shit to begin with, and now I have a beat up piece of shit with skulls and spikes on it, and it's fucking awesome. Character-wise, kind of the same thing.
Actually,
Character-wise, kind of the same thing. Like you're kind of just you barely survived. You're in the desert. You got nothing, and then suddenly you get your stupid leather jacket and your fucking dragon slaying gauntlets, and you just start whooping ass, Outlander ass. It's pretty fun. Like I just wasn't expecting to like this game at all, and it's fucking fun. I wouldn't say it's like game of the year or it's blowing me away or it's doing all these new things in the genre. It's really not. It's just fucking fun. Haven't encountered that many bugs. Optimization wise on PC, the game is fucking flawless.
Nothing but incredible things about the optimization.
Like Total Biscuit did a fucking 20-minute port report on it just because it had that many.
Hour.
Yeah, it might have been longer. It has so many it has options in the graphics department I haven't even seen in other video games. There were some things I was looking at and I was just like, what the fuck is that? I don't know, but put it at max and it fucking ran flawlessly. So And you have to keep in mind, my rig when I built it wasn't exactly top of the line. It was a good build, but it wasn't top of the line. Built it about 2 years ago now, and it's running this game, maxed out to infinity, and I'm having no frame rate issue whatsoever. Which is,
Is it beautiful though? Like, is it like I've
I
only
mean,
been
it's a
able to judge
desert.
from these fucking like videos that I've seen on YouTube. I mean, aside from the events that I've played, but I still haven't gotten into like the pure open world scenario yet.
Like it's a desert, so there's not a whole lot going on, but everything looks good. Fucking, they have these storms that can just roll in and just fuck your day up, and it's literally just these giant dust storms. You can't see 3 feet in front of you. You have no idea what's going on, and just like the wave of sound of it. Like I was just like playing it at 4 in the morning, kind of half asleep, and just one of these storms rolled in on top of me, and it just fucking bursted me to wake. Like just the sound of it coming at you, and you being involved, like just fucking consumed by it, and you're in a fight with these fucking douchebags on their stupid little buggy that blows up in one shot. It's a fun fucking game. That's the review. It's a fun fucking game.
What's your favorite aspect on yourself?
I really didn't think that building my car up would be as stupid fun as it is, but I am just at this point I'm foregoing the main story campaign, knowing it'll fucking delay me beating this game just so I can run around and get extra scrap, so I can build my car into just a fucking death ball. It's really fucking fun. Just building up your car in this stupid, stupid manner, putting just all these horrible spikes on it. Because when you're like, it's Mad Max, you're fighting in fucking cars and shit, and you're fucking hitting people with pipes and shooting them with shotguns, and people jump on your car, and that's a fucking huge pain in the ass because ammo in the wasteland very, very scarce. But now I put spikes on my car, so when they jump on my car, they get impaled and fall off and roll away. It's hilarious. Like it's great, man. It's just fucking great. But like I said, it's like it's nothing new in the open world department, but it's just fun. It doesn't. Not every fucking game has to be genre defying and like fucking push the limit. Sometimes you can just make a fucking fun game, and that's what the developers did.
Yeah, I heard a comparison that I thought was probably the best that I've seen online so far. A lot of people are saying that it reminds them a lot of like Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah, well, that's the WB. It's like the same.
Like they were saying more in terms of it's a good game that's borrowed our ideas like liberally from other games, like turned it into a good game.
Yeah,
Shadows of Mordor did.
yeah.
The one thing that I've heard backing on really the hand to hand combat and from I've played of it. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, at level
it's
one, like
simple.
right when it's simple. Right when you start out in the game, like it's kind of fun because it's kind of even footing. You got to be careful. But even after playing it for 8 hours, I'm at the point where I can just like jump out of my car going 100 miles an hour at a rate of like death camp and just walk up and beat the fuck out of everyone and win. So yeah, hand-to-hand combat. Well, I think that's not where the game shines. I think it's more in the car combat, just because you can kind of incorporate hand-to-hand combat. Well, no, you can. It's the whole thing. Your fucking car has a sniper rifle in it, Palmer. My car has a sniper rifle. It just fucking pops out, and I can take targets away from a mile. I think, yeah, the hand-to-hand combat in the game, it's not bad. It's just very simple, and like once you get a few hours into the game, you can pretty much just wail on anyone ever, or just dodge, special attacks or whatever. Where the game shines is in the car combat.
I have to say, some of that hand-to-hand combat looks like fucking brutal, dude. Like breaking bones.
Yeah, you can like shove dudes against the wall and like crack their head open, and it's just fucking. You have a knife that you can. Well, I have two now, but you can have like a knife on you that you can't really pull out and fight with, but you can use it as a finisher. So if you like knock someone's head against the wall and they're kind of dazed for half a second, you just take out a knife and like gut them. It's fucking awesome and brutal and hilarious, all at once, just rolled up into a ball.
Yeah, I didn't know there was like jibbing and stuff.
Yes.
Until like I saw like a gif, fucking somebody just getting blown up near a car and just body parts across the map. Like, oh man, this right here.
Where the game shines the most is early on. You get a harpoon in your car, and you can use it to like harpoon enemy tires, try to pull them back at you and run into them, or you can harpoon the doors off. And the most fun part is like harpooning people driving other cars. Once you knock their door off or they don't have much armor or whatever, you can harpoon them in the car, push a button, and it flings them in the other direction like 100 miles an hour. It's just fucking hilarious. And then there's a car in like a convoy you're chasing that just suddenly has no driver and like rears into the other cars. It's hilarious, man. The harpooning is probably the best part of that game. You just harpoon everything. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And they just, when you hit the retract button, the bodies fly at such a ludicrous speed. It's beyond funny. It's enlightening.
Huh. So, are you getting bored with the desert environment yet?
No. Nope. I thought like everything about this game. I thought, well, going in, well, I wonder if this is gonna get old, but no, not. I mean, it's like I said earlier. It's not very visually. It looks fine, but it's a desert. You know, there's not a whole lot going on. It's Mad Max. Everything's just rusted out piles of shit that you try to collect for scrap and build your death car with and play Australian Simulator. That's what this game is, by the way. It's just Australia Simulator, in my professional opinion. But no, I've yet to grow tired of it. And there's different areas and regions that are ruled by different, sects and fucking convoys and shit like that. So there's always, it's very much like a Shadow of Mordor, or even like a, no, Shadow of Mordor, yeah.
All right.
But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I would recommend it. And the thing is, this game's already gone on sale to a ludicrous discount. Like I think at launch, a lot of places were offering it for like $40, $35.
No, dude, like I've seen sites that have been carrying it for like $15.
Yeah, yeah, like G2A has it for like $15 now. But I mean, even before it came out, like it was just getting huge discounted. I mean, it's kind of sad, but
Yeah, that's kind of like how I felt
I
about
wasn't
it.
expecting this game to be this awesome. I was really just thought it would be a who gives a fuck release about it, who gives a fuck movie about a who gives a fuck franchise. But it's actually really fun.
Well, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I've been messing around.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Uh, I don't know. I'm only at like 24% completion. I've put 17 hours in. Only at 24% completion, but I've been going back and like replaying missions, making sure that I'm like getting as close to 100% as I possibly can. I think because like so basically like you play through a mission the first, and that's kind of like the story version of it. Watch this cutscene. After you're done with the mission, like it gives you a ranking, and it's standard like Japanese, lower the higher up the alphabet you get, S is the best that you can do, but then everything A is the so yeah, you can replay those missions after you've played through them the one time. You can select them at basically any time. When you do it, like it lists out all the objectives that you were supposed to have completed the first time. So basically, it rubs it in your face that you suck.
Goddamn Japanese.
Yeah, and then it throws you down in the middle of the game world. Yeah, so I've been actually having a lot of fun with that. So like play through it, kind of like learn about like generic enemy. Usually, I'll go back and play it right through again. So I'm definitely progressing through than I feel. Are playing this, just play through it would be at 7. I've been enjoying my time with it a lot to the game. There's more and more things that I really just like keep seeing in general that make me think like, oh shit, like why didn't I think of that? It'll be like a video of some holy crap, that looks like a lot of fun. And that's where the really interesting parts of that lie. I mean,
The dank memes.
yeah, pretty much. It's really like GTA. Like you see nothing but just like stupid gifs of people doing like just jaw dropping, just defying shit in this game. And I think that's what's going to be longevity. I'm having a lot of fun with it. You can any way to approach a mission. It gives you an option to kind of like load everything out before it drops you into. Choose the type of equipment that you want to throw on, and just kind of like go to town. Hey, you fit and use like this stuff. Just fucking balls to the wall and
That's been a staple
all in airstrikes.
Years too.
And I don't know. It presents a lot of interesting playthrough ideas. Like there's been a couple missions where I will just look at the map. So the enemy AI, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this up front. It's fucking stupid. It's awful. As long as you can, as long as you do your fucking homework before you go in, like you're never gonna get caught. Like so basically, like every time you approach a base, you're supposed to like go around the base and gather as much fucking recon as you can. So like mark enemies on your map and
I thought you were just supposed to dress up in a box and slowly approach.
do all that kind of shit and then just like go to town. So as long as you have an idea of where everybody is, like there's just like I will like go up to an enemy, grab them when they're like 4 meters away from somebody they're walking with, and just like grab them and pull them backwards, and the other guy will just keep walking like
Continuing the conversation.
Like it's no fucking big deal. And I'll just be sitting in like in the middle of the path, like I don't know, 10 meters away after I've dragged this guy, and I'm just like, I'm basically just like torturing him to get information out of him, and his partner just keeps on walking, and I'll just kill him.
Waterboarding the poor guy.
I'll kill him and leave him in the middle of the road, and just go up to the other guy who's still walking away from me for some fucking reason. Do the same thing to him, and that's a lot of fun. Let's face facts, it's a lot of fun.
How can it not be?
And let me think. I mean, like there's so many different ways to approach things, and the best part is it really does. It rewards you for out of the box. So like there was a time where like I was replaying a mission, and I was just like, I'm gonna set C4 on every piece of electrical equipment I come across, and so I'm just like laying C4 down on all the comms equipment, down on like their fucking generators and shit. And just like calling in air support whenever I need them to drop off another package of C4s to reload my ammo. I'm just going through it, and like finally when I hit the trigger on that, just seeing detonations across the map where I was. And just all of a sudden all the Russians getting on the radio like, you know, holy shit, we're under attack! And it rewards you for doing shit like that, dude. It really does. And that's kind of the best part about it, and the part that I'm enjoying. I mean, there's a number of other things. Well, I mean, I don't want to get too into territory, but a good portion of this has been. A lot of people have been reporting about how you get the dog, so everybody that, and everybody already knows about Quiet, and you know, a lot of the other accomplices that kind of pick partners that you. But there's a lot of it definitely has one of the best beginnings of any game I think.
Yeah, I remember the day that came out, you were like, "Oh my god, this game! What just happened? I can't understand."
I just like it is so just jaw dropping. Doesn't even matter. And like the entire time, I'm just like, this story is fucking ridiculous. This story is goddamn dumb. But like, Kojima has a way of just like, even though it's so over the top and so stupid, it's so grandiose, and it's just so like the idea is embraced. There's no pussyfooting away from it, no shying away from the idea. That what is happening is going to be awesome, and it's going to be epic, no matter how stupid it is. And
the Metal Gear series has always been like that.
Yeah, and that is part of the reason that like I got drawn back into this. Like, you know, I've played Metal Gear 1, I've played Metal Gear 2, and I've played Metal Gear Solid 4. All the way through. Those are the 3 that I've played through. I have Peace Walker 3, but those didn't.
I've only played Solid, so I guess was that the third game?
The first.
That was the first in this current series.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love that shit. I loved that shit when I was a kid.
I mean,
breaking my controller to save that bitch. It was awesome.
A lot of people have told me you've got to go back and replay Peace Walker and actually play Peace Walker, because apparently that's like one of the. And apparently a lot of the ideas that are in Metal Gear Solid 5 were taken.
That's kind of cool.
I'll have to go through and play that again. This is definitely like whet my appetite for Metal Gear. It's been a while since I've played a game that's just so. just so
Japanese.
yeah, just so over the top and just Japanese. That's exactly what I was gonna say. um, and it's wonderful. It's fucking wonderful, dude. It's really great to when you come across a game like this. And like you can have your horse take shits on the street, and it's just like you can and enemy cars will drive through the shit and skid off the road because that's just what happens.
That's fantastic. I need this game in my life.
You can so there's like live animals around the map, and you're supposed to save them, and the more that you can save, the more payout is at the end of the mission. But you have this device that basically is a parachute with like a propeller like attached to it. You attach it to something, it gets lifted up in the air for a second, the parachute deploys, and then it just like takes off. It skyrockets into the air. Yeah. And so if you take a sheep and use the device on it right underneath an enemy helicopter, it sends the sheep right into the helicopter, and it is a mess.
Dude, I don't know. Taking out an enemy helicopter with sheep, that's value there.
That is. It's awesome. And I mean, there's just so much other stupid shit that you can do. So you find this recording of a guy taking a shit, just like a horrible shit. This guy is just it's clear he is having a very bad time on the toilet. And if you hide inside any outhouse and have that tape on you and play that tape while you're inside the outhouse, people won't go in. They'll be like, "Oh, I hope you feel better, man." Like, except saying it in Russian. So it's like, "Oh, what's
That's like Dutch, man. That wasn't Russian at all.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know.
Sovia, stupid shit like that.
Soviet Yeah.
Amsterdam and shit.
but that's pretty much what it is. Whenever any enemy does anything in that game, that's pretty much what takes place. They'll just get on the intercom and you just hear it. But there's a whole bunch of other really, really cool shit that happens, and I don't want to say too much. But that if thinking outside of the box and like that creativity is strong. I've actually seen that game already drop in price again. Dude, there have been a lot of places that have had 25%.
GMG.
And that was one of the reasons that I ended up picking it up, was because, like, what? I'll play this. Because I mean, I don't know. I really what did it for me was that I had played Ground Zeroes right beforehand. I like waited and waited and waited. I was like, all right, I'm gonna play Ground Zeroes. I'm gonna beat it right before. I'm gonna use that to judge whether or not I want the new. And Ground Zeroes is a great entry point. It gives you a very good idea of what you can expect from Metal Gear Solid 5, but then Metal Gear Solid 5 just takes the foundation that Ground Zeroes had and just like fucking goes to town with it. It's just the amount of detail and attention to detail is kind of what sets it apart from a lot of other.
And they came out a year and a half apart, I think, something like that.
Yeah, something like
Ground
that.
Ground Zeroes came out like early last year.
Yeah. And really, the end of Ground Zeroes has brought me back into it. Vagina bone.
All right. Don't know how to respond to that.
Well, play the game.
Yeah, I've been gifted that game like twice now. I really need to play it.
I mean, honestly, you can beat the whole thing. You can. It's like. It's got the same idea as Metal Gear Solid 5 does. When you play it, you can beat the mission and then replay it. And
go back, right. Yeah, it's very interesting. Ground Zeroes on like what people thought of it. It's either like, look, this is a really great game, go back replay and gives you a good idea of what's to come, or it's like, oh, this is a fucking demo. Fuck developers, dear. It's always like one of those two sides of the fence. So I have been wanting to get on that just to see which side I stand on.
I picked it up. I sure as shit. I have to admit, I probably would have been disappointed. I bought that.
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus.
But I picked it up for like $5. You got gifted it. So,
twice.
Yeah.
Really need to play that thing.
So I mean, it's definitely. I thought it was worth $5. I would have been disappointed. hate anything. But I enjoyed it. I had a blast with it. I
I think the reviews were mostly positive for it.
yeah. But yeah, like I said, I just like took everything, ran through it. Now I will say, aside from the disappointingly stupid enemy AI, the other thing that's kind of upsetting about it is apparently, I don't know if you know about this, Tim. Apparently, there was a whole third section to the game. So the game was initially supposed to have 3 maps. It's only got 2, which is kind of disappointing. So there's really only 2 areas that you can. One's like Afghanistan, so it's like a desert map, and then the other one's Africa.
Africa.
Kind of thing. So it's kind of disappointing to really only have those 2 areas to go through, but the mission structure and the way it's done kind of like alleviates that disappointment. I feel like if they would have dropped you in, that probably made that world really boring really quickly. I mean, you can go back and like kind of run through it completely open. Otherwise, it isolates as long as you're not doing any missions, or if you're doing like side ops, or like you. But yeah, it is kind of disappointing that the whole third section that was supposed to be in the game, and it apparently was like relatively developed because there's videos and it just got cut out because Kojima parted way with Konami.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Well, maybe they'll like release it as a half-baked DLC or something. But it would probably be terrible because he had nothing to do with it at that point. And I don't know, that'd be pretty. I don't know.
Well, like apparently they were just getting like really they were getting really pissed off at him because it was taking so long to develop. Like he was like asking, he wanted another, and apparently like after, granted, like Konami's kind of in dire territory.
Yeah, they're not doing well.
I don't know. Last I heard, they were talking about arcades and that kind of thing. But
Which is still a thing over there.
yeah, still very much a thing. And that they were kind of pachinko machine. And they were gonna go pretty much like completely over to that. So I don't even know if we can really expect it to ever come. I mean, I would be very surprised if it didn't, but at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily hold my breath. But it looks interesting. It looked like there was supposed to be like, apparently, I haven't spoiled the ending for myself yet, so I know nothing about the ending, and I'm not going to say anything about it. But I've heard that it's disappointing. And apparently, like this video talks about like how there was actually a true ending, how something was supposed to be. So I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. I kind of wish that it was there. I'm kind of disappointed that it wasn't there in the first place. I know. I mean, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I realize that they're gonna have. They're gonna release.
Yeah, but then you have to kind of worry if they fuck up Kojima's original vision or they add some stupid gimmick that wasn't supposed to be there. It's a bad situation to be in.
It is a bad
You're really into it.
Because apparently it like that ending like actually ties up all the loose ends rather of the lore and stuff set by the other. So I don't know. It's interesting. Like obviously I'm interested in it. I'm going to beat it definitely. But kind of disappointing to hear that story. I don't know.
Yeah, it's never a good thing when some shit like that happens, and like it kind of it leaves a pit in your stomach because you're kind of wondering like, oh, well, obviously you haven't beat the game, but what if once you beat the game, you're like, oh, what if they did this or what about that, or just there's a lot of questions that pop up, especially when you know something like that going into it. So yeah, it's just a shitty spot to be in.
But yeah, you were talking about sandstorms and stuff in Mad Max. There's sandstorms and Metal Gear also.
But do they play the do?
No, they don't.
Oh,
I guess you could, yeah, because you could just like put the music onto onto your iDroid. Just listen to the track right there, I guess.
Over and over and over.
Yeah, while there's sandstorms going on. And they're an interesting mechanic. There's interesting weather mechanics actually. Oh, and Metal Gear. I mean, the day-night cycle actually plays a lot differently than I thought it was. I initially just you get a reduce. That's going to be kind of it, but there's more to it at night than there is during the day. Like cards change their cycles. It's dark. But yeah, I mean, like it's interesting hearing about sandstorms and stuff in both of these games. That are apparently that's just going to be a thing. No, just sandstorm gaming for the rest of the next gen consoles.
Well, I mean,
part of full effects.
They were just both in desert settings. It would be nice to see weather systems become just the norm. That would be very nice. Doesn't matter the game, even just a day-night cycle.
Well, I mean,
Mad Max has that
in
too.
Witcher also.
Oh, it's been in a lot of games.
Yeah.
H1Z1.
It just seems like there's going to be like more.
Yeah.
Have you played that game recently?
The developers completely forego the actual game and put every bit of like resource they have into the battle royale system, which was supposed to be like a dumb tacky add-on. So now the actual game itself is supposedly fucking terrible. Yep. That's what's going on with H1Z1, Palmer.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw PC Gamer released their like top 100 games on PC. That was like number 86, I think.
PC Gamer is fucking stupid, Palmer.
Yeah, I mean, it might not have been that high up there, but it was
If it's
definitely
on the list, they're fucking stupid.
It and fucking DayZ.
How is DayZ on? It's even more fucked than H1Z1. How is that even a thing? They're both broken. They're not like complete.
Gotta see.
That's bothersome.
That was the thing that went through.
It's not even a game. It's technically an alpha. Like, I fucking hate media outlets in every shape and form, Palmer.
Also, Far Cry 4 was on that list.
Wasn't Far Cry 4 just Far Cry 3.2? So, I guess in that aspect it makes sense.
Fuck no, dude. This could be higher on this list. 70s.
Okay.
Dude, they put Morrowind at number 60. We shouldn't be talking about this list. I actually totally forgot to even.
Well, this could take a while. Let's just go to the top 10. What the fuck are the top 10 according to them?
All right, DayZ is 52.
It's not even a game. It's an alpha. Like, how do you put that on a list? It's dumb.
I gotta find.
The DayZ mod is more advanced than the fucking game at this point, and like more stable, and I think more people play it even.
You mean the one for Armor 2?
Right, yeah. Like that's much more better a game than fucking the bullshit early access one.
All right, now here's the top 10. So number 10 is Fallout New Vegas.
Okay.
Number 9 is Portal.
Okay.
Number 8 is Deus Ex.
First one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Number 7 is Grand Theft Auto 5.
I don't know. I put 3. I always put 3 in front of 5, before 5 for some reason. I think it was just a personal thing.
You still haven't played 5 though, right?
No. Well, yeah, I played 5, but yeah. I like Saints Row. Like I got Saints Row and I never went back. Third Street Saints, baby. Dishonored, really?
Yeah, it's number 6.
I don't think that. I mean, I haven't played it, but I don't think that's the number 6 spot.
Number 5 is Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Number 4 is Team.
Yeah, actually, Team Fortress is still. That's a fucking computer game right there.
Yeah, that is definitely the definition. Number 3 is BioShock, which I disagree.
I mean, it's an amazing game, but I don't top 10 PC.
Top 20.
Yeah, top 20.
Um,
It's just there's nothing that really separates BioShock on the PC from the console. Like you got to keep that in mind. We're talking about PC games, not just
I think they're talking more about like the world building and narrative.
Well, in that case, yeah, BioShock's definitely could be top 10. I don't know about 4 or whatever.
No, that was three. All right, so
That was 3. Okay.
number two is Mass Effect 2.
Yes. Scan for minerals, Palmer. Scan all fucking day for the minerals.
Number one is Half Life.
Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. I mean, Half-Life 2. That's a top 5 on pretty much everyone's list.
I don't know. It's so funny because like I keep seeing all these posts online and stuff, like especially on Reddit, of just like kids that are just like, I don't understand why Half Life 2 was so good.
It's because they're stupid fucking kids, Palmer.
No, it's because every game like utilizes those like physics.
Yeah. It's they don't see the relevance between Half-Life 2 and I don't know all of modern gaming or first-person shooter gaming anyway. Even just storytelling and shit. Like that game really.
Like they put Doom at number 23. That should be much higher up.
That should be like number 3.
Yeah, that should be much higher up. Minecraft
Doom,
should probably
Quake.
be higher on the list. I don't ever play it, but you know, I feel like that game was
Nah, fuck that shit.
kind of fucking like old.
Set a precedent for shitty voxel games. Get the fuck out of my list. Minecraft, you're bullshit.
Fallout 3 was.
That should
I
be
think that should have
much
been
higher.
Yeah, I think that should have been. Civ
And
5 should have been higher up.
What about like the original Fallouts? Those were fucking amazing.
I think that was at like 70.
Yeah, that's retarded. PC gamers retarded. That's not my opinion. It's fact, people. They're fucking retarded.
I
Also,
was
good
I
job.
was glad that they put Pillars of. Actually, that reminds me. There was another thing that I wanted to talk about. Stasis. I'm playing Stasis. Stasis. Yep.
Isometric, cyberpunky
Yeah, hard game.
gameplay.
Hard game.
Reminiscent of the first Fallout games, that should be much higher on this list. And with the theme of something like System Shock, which should also be much higher on this list, Palmer.
There's a System Shock is not on this.
What? How? Fuck, I hate people. Just hate them, Palmer. They're wrong in every aspect of life.
Triple check that real quick.
I really don't think that matters at all. Said what I need to say, Palmer.
Fucking Diablo 3 is on here. System Shock 2 is.
How is Diablo 2 not on there if Diablo 3 is on there?
I don't know.
Shit like ruined lives. It was amazing. Civilization should be fucking somewhere.
Civ 5 was like.
That should probably be higher.
Yeah, System Shock is not on here at all.
That's fucking dumb, Palmer. How do you put BioShock at number 3, but don't put fucking System Shock in your list? You fucking retards. It was like the BioShock before BioShock.
But anyways, back to Stasis. Stasis. Holy shit. Holy shit, boys. Holy shit. Prepare yourselves for an adventure, a psychological and just twisted horror, just a bonanza on a spaceship. It's wonderful.
I love bananas.
Oh yeah, bananas are awesome. But they're bananas.
Potassium. They have them. It's good for you, Palmer.
Anyways, a lot of fun. The game looks, plays, and sounds like a game that came out in the late 90s. And
Not necessarily a bad thing, though.
And it's wonderful. The thing that I'm reminded of most is Sanitarium, right? Is that what it's? Yeah. And then I don't know the other one. Origin, actually. I don't know. Anyways, it reminds me of a couple games from the past, but it's wonderful. Even the CGI cutscenes look like they were like Warcraft 2 rendered.
Were you thinking Crusader by chance?
Crusade, yes, that's exactly what I was. Yep, that was it.
I know everything, Palmer.
Reminds me of those. It's a lot of fun. The story is very, very good. Very fucking good.
It is very, very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
A lot. It's awesome. It's a lot more gripping than something like Alien Isolation.
Which was gripping. I don't know. The alien could literally grip you and like impale you in the
Yeah, I guess,
face.
I guess
That's pretty fucking gripping, Balmer. Give me a
that's true.
break.
Um, but it's a lot of fun. I'm not going to spoil anything on the story like at all because it really is something that you go into not knowing it.
And it looking and feeling like an older game. It's not, a $60 price point. I think it's only like 25, $30 somewhere around there.
No, it's $15, dude.
Oh, it's only 15 bucks. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick that up during the Christmas sale then.
The other thing that I really love about it, and that I really think it does right, is it doesn't hold your hand. It expects you to figure things out. There are a lot of puzzles in the game. There are a lot of frustrating puzzles, but there's something that are very rewarding. Like pretty much every single time that you come into a puzzle, you immediately know that whatever is behind that door is going to be something really fucking awesome. It could be something that either continues the story, it could be some really awesome dialogue, or it could be something like absolutely terrifying that you have not seen encountered before. And it is just an absolutely fantastic game. I don't know that a lot of people know about it. I really want to emphasize how amazing it is. I mean, I'm actually in the process of writing a review for it. I haven't decided quite on what the score is going to be, but it's probably going to be in like the 8.5, 9.5 range. I haven't beaten it yet, so I haven't been able to get like a final say on anything. Planning on plowing through the last few hours tomorrow night. Actually, I might actually stream that. We'll see if there's any. But yeah, awesome game. Really exciting.
A lot of those like old kind of older looking isometric titles never really get a lot of promotion on PC, but they still like just in the PC community, you start to hear about them and like play them and look at Twitch and shit.
Yeah.
But I think there'll always be a place on PC for like games of that ilk, kind of that old isometric, maybe even 90s feel.
Yeah.
As long as solid writing and gameplay behind it, people will fucking want to play them because they're fun.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, the story is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, its one major flaw is some of the puzzles really are pretty frustrating, and I have not touched any guide for it yet at all, and it has taken me quite some time to figure out some things. But I don't know. I mean, that's going to depend on your experience, and I don't know if it's something that's just affecting me. Probably.
Fucking idiot.
But yeah, I'm having a blast with it nonetheless. So strongly suggest that people pick that up. On that note, Tim, do you have anything else that you want?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I want to talk about Regicide, but honestly, I want to play through a bit more of the campaign before we get into that. I want to see if that goes anywhere, so we'll talk about that next cast.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Let's play. Actually, if Jose is still going to be gone next week, do we do a Let's Play of Regicide? Just like a few...
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. All right,
we'll do something. Something's happening.
Yeah, we're going to be doing
Wednesdays.
a Let's Play of something awesome next Wednesday. So be sure to tune in. Until then, as always, I have Tim with me. Follow him at twitch.tv/Logan703. Got me. Twitch.tv/Sturmsworth and at Sturmsworth. Go ahead and give us a follow. Get in touch with us. Let us know what you think, what we can change. Other than that, thanks for tuning in.
Apparently.
Huh? Oh yeah,
apparently. Get on it, Palmer. What's wrong?
I'm actually gonna have to develop like a 2-window thing, just on the off chance that we.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, honestly.
So when I get around to doing it, it'll probably be. Anyways, take care, everybody.
Yeah.